I know when I post videos, I'm always like, I don't normally do this. And I should probably quit saying that because then the Lord really places something on me and then I get embarrassed to make another video and post it on social media because I just said I don't typically do this. And I don't. But I think that we should be obedient in the instructions given to us. And so I just wanted to share just this encounter I had about 2 weeks ago, and hopefully there's somebody, at least one person, that can take away from this. So I'm gonna try to make it fast so y'all don't get bored with me. But I'm sure most of you all know that are friends with me or follow me that my dad passed away really recently, just about a month and a half ago at the end of July. And it was sudden and unexpected and life-changing and emotional and traumatic and so many different things that I could probably never even put into words, to be honest. It's tough, like losing a parent, but I know my dad, and I know, I know how faithful of a servant he was, and I know how funny he was, and he would want us to find purpose in that, and he would want us to, just be happy. And so I'm really working on that. But with that being said, I think that I've been pretty honest and open with the fact that I have struggled my entire life with a spirit of fear, with just anxiety and worry and doubt. And with the passing of my dad, I think that became just amplified. And so with my dad dying real suddenly, I developed this and I've always had a health fear, health anxiety, but it got worse. And mainly, it's just how my mind works. With him not having an autopsy, not having a definite scientific answer, and I know that it was his heart. But in my mind and how it works, I'm like, what if it was a brain aneurysm? Or what if it was a pulmonary aneurysm? What if? Then I'm like, what if this is genetic? What if this is something that I carry? What if something's going to happen to me? And I'm going to tell you, the enemy really came in, and he came in at the time that I was supposed to be grieving my father and the loss of my dad, and made it very selfish and made it very much about me, and put this new fear in my mind. And I would be driving and I would have a headache and think, oh, is this it? Because before he had passed away, of course I knew that you could die just instantly, but Dad passing like that definitely made that more of a reality for me. And I don't know, it just did something. So fast forward to about 3 weeks ago, I have a dear friend, Cindy Burns, that always has prayer and worship at her house on Tuesday nights. And I try to go every other Tuesday when I don't have my kids. Sometimes it doesn't work out. Sometimes I'm still out in the field longer, or, I've had a long day, whatever. But about 3 weeks ago, was the last time I went over to Cindy's house, and I just love going over there. The presence is so strong, and you just grab a blanket and you just make you a spot on the floor and you just lay out and pray for hours. And it's very intimate. It's very nice. Cindy was definitely placed in my life for many reasons, and one being, that she's so consistent. You could just show up at her house on any given Tuesday and be ready to worship and praise the Lord. So I was over there, and that week in particular, I had really been struggling with these thoughts more than before. And I'm just like, God, I bring you this all the time, this anxiety and this fear, and I'm just begging you, I surrender this, I give this to you, I give this up, I don't want to carry this, I don't want to take this with me. And so as I'm praying, it's almost like I had this daydream. It was really bizarre. It's never happened to me. And so it's a daydream. I'm totally conscious and awake, and I'm praying, but I'm daydreaming. Weird. And I see myself in my kitchen making Cutter and Swayze this lunch, and I had spent a lot of time on it. And then it cuts to like another, like almost like a slide of a daydream, and I see them at school, and these kids are being really mean to them and bullying them out of their lunch that I had just made them, and I'm like mad because I'm like, you let them do that? Like, what? Like, I want you to defend yourself. Like, that's not cool, you know? And then it hurt me. So I was mad that they weren't defending themselves and they were letting somebody run all over them. And then it hurt me because I was just brokenhearted to see my kids be taken advantage of like that. So cut to like me getting them and then them not telling me. So it was literally like seconds long, but I got that. And the Lord was like, Alyssa, you know the feeling that you got when you saw Cutter and Swayze being bullied out of their lunch that you worked really hard for? And I was like, yes. And I'm, praying. And God revealed to me, he said, that is how I feel when you allow the enemy to bully you out of the authority that I so lovingly gave you. And although like mine was just a lunch and it was pretty generic, pretty basic, that's kind of the only way that like our natural or carnal, we can understand the spiritual side of that. And so I thought, oh man. And he said, that hurts my feelings. Like, I want you to fight back. You were mad because you were like, your kids didn't fight back, and like that belongs to me. I want you to fight back. So every time you allow the enemy to bully you out of that authority, it hurts me. And I was like, wow. So in the same night, I got this crazy revelation, and I was like, so Dad passing so quick. I mean, it was like that, just an instant. The enemy knew that he did not get to steal peace from my dad in his time of passing. So my dad just left here and was instantly in the arms of the Father. But that didn't stop him from working and going after his bloodline and those people that he loved. And I really felt attacked through that. And so he couldn't steal my dad's peace, but he was going to steal mine. He was going to make sure that he planted some seeds of doubt in there and some fear in there, and he was really going to take that. And so I just wanted, like, if anybody has ever, I know that we all stress, if anybody struggles with that fear or that anxiety or that worry about my health or worry about my job or worry about my bills, are you going to allow the enemy to bully you out of that authority, out of the promises that God has given you on the word that you can stand and proclaim? Or are you going to stand there and take out your sword and take out your shield and put the rest of your armor on and fight for that? I will continue to fight for that. And since that moment, I have still had moments of anxiety, but nothing like I was battling before, because now I know I'm just like, this isn't going to happen. Like, you're not taking this from me. And so I just wanted to share that with, with whoever may need to hear it. I don't know if this is something that one of my friends need to hear. I don't know why it's been placed so strongly upon me to share, but, God didn't come here in human form for us just to have salvation. He came here for us to have life and to have abundant life, and that is for us to have peace and joy, contentment. And when those things are missing, then you know that the enemy is operating through you or within you. And then you know that you're not standing on that authority, and you know that you are allowing Satan to bully you out of that authority. So if anybody's struggling right now with any issues like that, I just encourage you to really just meditate on those things and just take it to the Father. And I would love to pray with you, for you, with you, whatever. You can send me a DM like always. It's always open. You can shoot me a message. But I am praying for all of my friends and all of my family. And, so then I got this tattoo. I'm sure you can't really see it. It says, I am because you were, for my dad recently. I think that's pretty cool. Just a little tribute for him, and it's so accurate. I'm everything that I am because of my parents and because of the people that invested in me and loved me. And so I just really treasure that. I think it's really cool. Yeah. Anyways, probably backwards. But I'm going to hop off of here because this has been going on for 10 minutes now and it makes me really uncomfortable. Like I said, do not be a stranger. If there's anything that I could be praying with you about, please, 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 please let me know. And do not suffer alone. And start standing on those promises and standing on that word. And do not freely let the enemy bully you out of those things. Don't do it. Don't do it.